What is up, fight fans? Following Armin Tsarukyan's commanding victory over Dan Hooker, a single truth emerged. Armin stands as the undeniable next test for Ilia Topuria. No one is debating this now. These guys share a history, the MMA community demands it, and the UFC appears to be leaning that way too. However, is the situation truly that straightforward? Because behind the curtain, doubts linger. Most assumed that if Armin and Ilia finally crossed paths in Qatar, sparks would fly immediately, perhaps even a violent clash. Yet, shockingly, that didn't occur. Topuria chose to escalate matters by sharing a brief video of his stare-down with Armin. Alongside the clip, Ilia typed a rather biting caption. He claimed that whenever they meet in person, Armin freezes up like a frightened duck and that he can handle him however he pleases. He wrote, "Recall I slapped you and you just grinned. Then you walk around posing as a gangster. So, proceed. You are on the correct track. Just levels beneath me, kid." Armin fired back. "Bro, you touched my neck like a family portrait and now claim it's a slap online. The video is obvious. Your insecurity is even more so. I don't need to fake toughness for Twitter. My job is inside the cage. If you wish to know what a real slap feels like, I'd be happy to educate you. See you soon, El Pato." Once that hit Twitter, fans erupted. The Combat Sports Matrixer noted first saying, "This is why you must respect champs like Islam. He always battled the top contender. He was set to rematch Armin, but Armin withdrew. And now Ilia is clearly saying he avoids fighting Armin." Immediately, another fan added, "Dana claimed the winner of Armin versus Hooker gets the title shot. You said you'd drop the belt rather than face Armin. Now you have two choices. Fight Armin or retire." Another fan wrote, "People act like they are Armin fans. In reality, they are just Makhachev fans, praying Armin wins so Islam doesn't have to face Ilia. Ilia KOs him in one round." Then the standard comments, "Ilia slapped him, and Armin just smiled. That reveals everything about who wins. Ilia owns the whole division already." Yet not everyone agreed. "Sharing a nice video and then claiming you slapped him after is wild." Another added, "Bro, last time you saw him, you were looking sideways. You aren't fooling anyone." Some fans defended Topuria. In grappling, he showed side control, crucifix, and on the feet he crushed Volk, Max, and Charles. "I'm riding with Ilia here." Others went full king mode. "You cooked him, King Topuria. Armin is just another pawn in our game." And still, after all the trash talk, people forget one vital thing. These two actually have many shared connections. Armin was born in Georgia. Khamzat Chimaev is his close friend. Gurem Kutateladze, one of Khamzat's closest pals, is also very tight with Ilia and Alexandre Topuria. These guys are part of the same wider circle, so the online talk may sound grave, but when they meet in person, you always see that natural smile from Armin. That smile already tells you the energy between them isn't real hatred, it's promotional fire. Even Khamzat already said publicly that there is no real conflict. Gurem will likely be in Ilia's corner, Khamzat will be in Armin's. And as Khamzat said himself, "We fight each other every day in the gym anyway." At the end of the day, this is just the fight game. Two top fighters crafting a story before stepping into the cage to find out who really is the best. But let's be honest here. Whoever fights Topuria next will be decided by the UFC. Fans can argue all day and fighters can talk, but Dana has said many times he doesn't fold under pressure. If the UFC is planning a huge super fight between Topuria and Makhachev, they might avoid giving Ilia a very dangerous opponent right now. If he loses, that historic champion versus champion matchup loses all of its value, and because of that, there's a real chance the fight with Armin won't happen next. Sean O'Malley also believes the UFC won't risk it at all. Armin is a serious threat, and he has a real chance to beat Ilia, and if anyone in the lightweight division can push Topuria to the limit, it's Armin Tsarukyan.
Если Арман попросит, конечно, я не смогу отказать, потому что он мой друг, а своему другу в помощи никогда не отказываю. Поэтому я не думаю, даже если Гурам туда, в тот угол другой поедет, и мы, конечно, не будем друг друга обижаться, это спорт. Мы и так в зале друг друга бьем.
But again, it all comes down to what the UFC desires. Their priority is keeping big money fights alive, and sometimes that means avoiding matchups that are too risky. Robert Whittaker thinks Paddy Pimblett has star potential, but he believes Paddy needs one big test before talking about a title shot, and that test is Charles Oliveira. Whittaker said a fight against Oliveira would show whether Paddy is truly ready for the top of the lightweight division.
Dan Hooker pulls guard, he's got that same guillotine. Oh my god, what the f? Armin just did a 360, 180 backwards to get out. Neck, he just twisted. It's all that he does in the fucking workouts and he just twisted the other way. You don't usually turn that way, and he did. Ow. Dude, he just went, I'm an owl. Armin is no fucking joke. Armin versus Ilya is an interesting matchup. I do not think the UFC will make Armin versus Ilya because I think they love Ilya as a champion. He's a great champion. I don't think they really want Armin to become champion. He has a legitimate chance at beating Ilya. I can't believe I said it. I think Ilya might knock him out, but if anyone has a chance of beating Armin at Ilya at 155, it's Armin, the Turkey Mound.
But if you're a casual fan or you don't understand the mind games, you might think that Ilya's scared. But Ilya does need to come out and say something, because obviously there's a logjam now at the top. There's Armin, who's rightfully the #1 contender, who on meritocracy should get the shot. Then there's Paddy Pimblett, who through popularity might get the shot. And there's Justin Gaethje out there who's digging his heels in and saying, hey, I deserve a title shot. What the hell's going on?
UFC cut our Paddy Pimblett jumped on FaceTime with Hunter Campbell to deliver good news to his teammate Luke Riley. I've got no words, honestly. 50 G's, man. After losing to Arman Tsarukyan by stoppage in what could have been a title eliminator, Dan Hooker has accepted that he'll probably spend the rest of his career as a gatekeeper in the UFC lightweight division. But even in that role, he plans to give everything he's got.
I'd like to see him fight Max even, because those fights get him to the title. And you know, I want to see him get to the title because, like I said, the growth of him has been exponential. He's just that fight against Chandler, he dismantled him. And the fight before that, we saw that focus, that you know, they're zeroing in to what he's got to do.
In my opinion, the more exciting out of all of them, like Oliveira and Paddy would be crazy, even against Holloway too. I don't know what you do, but it has to be Armin versus Ilya.
I'd love to see Paddy Oliveira.
Oh, it'd be so good, right? On the ground.
That's a great fight.
Look. Salomon, sir.
Welcome to the UFC 50K, baby.
How you feeling? Got my words, honestly. 50 G's, man.
Arman Tsarukyan is already living like a superstar. After his big win, he jumped on a private jet to Dubai, and the first thing he did was grab some McDonald's. Max Holloway had a simple reaction to Arman Tsarukyan headbutting Dan Hooker during the face-off, and he didn't hold back. Max called it a dumb move, saying wins are stupid.
Dan, your future goals?
Well, you got to face the cold hard truth, so you're probably never going to get hands on the title, but I'm going to hang around as long as I possibly can and ruin as many people's hopes and dreams.
Shavkat Rakhmonov posted a video of his meetup with Ian Gary, and in the clip the two welterweights shake hands. After Gary's win, Rakhmonov made it clear that he respects the victory, but he also reminded everyone who he thinks the real contender at 7D is. Glad to see you, and congratulations on your victory. You know who the real contender is, wrote Rakhmonov. Islam Makhachev had a tough night at UFC Qatar. He cornered two teammates, Tagir Ulanbekov and Segid Izaghmaev, and both of them lost. Cameras showed Islam's frustration reaction when Tagir was submitted by Kekeji Horiguchi. To make things harder, Khabib didn't travel to Qatar, so Islam had to lead the corner on his own. After UFC Qatar, Ian Gary decided to send a message to Islam Makhachev. Gary believes he's one of the rising threats at 170, and he wants Islam to know his name. We did it again.
We did it again! We got the win, and we proved against a former champion, a tough, durable man who hasn't been finished in 9 years. I showed the world how good I am. I can stop the takedown, and I can bang you around the feet. Listen, Islam Makhachev, I'm speaking directly to you now. You have a duty and a right to defend that belt against the best in the world, and you're looking at him. So whenever you're ready, whenever you want, the ball is in your court, my friend. We've got Ireland versus Dagestan too, for the welterweight title of the world.
Тебе интересен этот соперник, он вызвал тебя на бой, на поединок, особенно с учетом того, что получится новая веха противостояния Дагестана с Ирландией.
Да, было бы интересно, тоже хороший боец, на хорошей победной серии и молодой. Думаю, получится интересно. Ну, посмотрим, если как он меня вчера не удивил. Если он удивил UFC, то, наверное, он будет следующим.
After returning home, Islam Makhachev was asked about Ian Gary's performance. Islam said Gary didn't surprise him at all. He thinks Gary is good, but predictable. Still, if the UFC was impressed, Gary might be the next challenger. Georgia State Pierre recently reacted to Islam Makhachev's performance at UFC 302 and strongly defended him. According to GSP, people calling the fight boring simply don't understand the art of grappling.
Right now, I think the best pound for pound is probably Islam Makhachev. I mean, I was there, I witnessed his performance last Saturday. It was freaking brilliant. Unbelievable. I don't think he even took a punch. It's unbelievable.
It is crazy.
A lot of people there would be, oh yeah, it was a decision. These people who says that, I'm sorry, because they don't know the art of fighting. They have no idea. They don't understand the art of fighting. His performance was freaking amazing.
Who's your top 5 pound for pound currently right now, UFC?
Well, I think Islam Makhachev is there for sure.
Yeah.
Topuria is there as well. Merad. Arman Turkuzian, I have a hard time. Tsarukyan is there too.
He had a great fight today. He did great.
Yes, yes. And of course, John Jones.
Вести бой тактически и выиграть, или подраться и забрать бонус? Вести бой тактически. Чего ожидаете? Ну, победа. Ну, а какая? Должно быть драка и барба. Отлично. То есть аккуратно или зрелищно? Вот это зрелищно. Зрелищно, да? Арман надо только зрелищно. Вот это то, что и фанаты ждут.
The next day.
A well-known streamer, Cheezer, is now threatening Topuria. Recently, during one of his streams, he said he'd slap Topuria if they ever meet in person. I really hope he's just joking, because doing something like that would be incredibly stupid. We've still got huge fights coming up, and if he actually tries to lay a hand on Ilia, Topuria could end up in jail for beating up a streamer.
I've been DM'd him this. I already have DMs. I can leak the DMs. He responded. I'm gonna slap the out of him when I see him. I'm going to Vegas next year, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna be in Vegas at the same hotel I'm staying at. I'm gonna beat the living out of him and his whole entourage. Dolo, by the way. I'm not these little that pull up with crew. So this is how it's gonna go. He's gonna be sitting at the table with his entourage. I'm gonna go up to him, spit in his face, smack the out of him. His coach is gonna come back. I'm gonna elbow him in the nose, and then I'm gonna take a Twitter picture and go mad viral. And then Dana White's gonna call me and say, Cheezer.
Stay strong, stay alive, be the best. And that is it for today, guys. And I have one small favor to ask. We are just a few steps away from hitting 100,000 followers, so if you enjoyed the video, make sure to follow and leave a like, as it really does help a lot.
How are you? What's up, guys? Good. How are you?
Take your lights out in the first round.
What's up, bro? Congrats, dude.
Do you know who it is? Honestly, wait.
Look, he can copy him exactly the same.
Actually, I will ask him, what's your favorite submission? And I will submit him in front of Khabib, right?
I love it.
But one thing, Don't forget, you like it or not, I'm the best MMA fighter in the world right now.
You are talking about me, right?
Either send him to Trier, Dagestan or Georgia.
Have a great night.
Ilya, why are you running? Why are you running?
I will take your lights out in the first round.
Who?
Brother, if you want Arman high-level wrestling, send him to Trier, Dagestan and forget.
No.
Спасибо.
Day one.
Watching
and I'm watching Hamza Chimaev.
I seen that.
Day
He's from
two,
Sweden, actually.
and I'm still watching Hamza Chimaev.
Listen.
Yeah, Hamza.
He sound like you. Who is this guy? I don't know. Who is that? He's from Sweden. They're Swedish.
2,000 years later.
I live in Budapest, Hungary.
I thought you live in Sweden.
And
Stay strong, stay alive, be the best.